What's going on? Matt Savoca here from Awesemo.com, filling in for my buddy Josh Engleman and bringing you my top plays on DraftKings for the final Saturday slate in the NBA regular season. It's been a great season. It's been really fun filling in for my buddy Josh on these Saturdays. And before we dig into the action, go ahead and like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so that you always know when we're going live. You guys know what to do. And we want to thank our presenting sponsor, No House Advantage. When you sign up over there, make sure you use promo code Awesemo to get up to a $25 first match deposit bonus. One of the best places to play player props contests on the internet. Check it out today. Okay, guys, on the screen, you see my 10 through 6 of my top plays on DraftKings. The salary differentials do make this different, even though there's only 3 games to choose from, and that means a limited pool of fantasy productive players. Still, Davion Mitchell is much lower on the DraftKings slate than he is on FanDuel because of the salary considerations. Still a 29% chance for him to be in the optimal lineup. He's got more minutes projected for him today than any other player on this 3-game slate. Then it's the Clippers' Reggie Jackson tied with Trey Jones of the Spurs with a 30% chance of being in the optimal lineup. And then it's Zach Collins, the Spurs teammate, at 34% chance of being in the optimal lineup. That one kind of surprised me. Here's one that isn't very surprising. Andrew Wiggins, a 36% chance of being in the optimal lineup at 6,200. We could easily see a 40-point game out of him. We see a 7% chance of a 45-plus game, and a 32-minute projection here is what's fueling that there. 20 points is a medium projection as well. Probably going to get 4, maybe 5 rebounds. He almost cracks the top 5. Who does? Let's watch and find out. At number 5, it's Pelican star CJ McCollum, and the salary $8,200, a little bit high for my liking, but still, we got a limited amount of shooting guards to choose from here. McCollum looks like one of the best, certainly not the best in my opinion. A 40-point median projection is still nothing to scoff at, and a 5% chance or so of getting to that 55-plus score that would really help you take down a GPP. 23 points, we really want him to get hot from outside, maybe push that 25, 27 points. Not super likely here, but definitely possible against a Memphis team that is probably going to be showing a little bit less than usual, even though they've been number 1 in the NBA in defensive rating over their last 10 games. McCollum has a solid stat line projected for him, but he's not my favorite on this slate. Still, good enough for number 5 in the optimal lineup 40% of the time. At number 4, it's McCollum's teammate, Jonas Valanciunas. Now, I know at this point in the day, we don't know if Valanciunas is going to play. He's a game time decision. If he sits, then you're obviously going to see more production from other bigs like Jackson Hayes and someone we will mention later. But right now, the way the simulations put it, the $7,900 salary for the Pelicans big man looks very, very appealing. A 39-point median fantasy projection and just a really solid stat line all around. Again, if he does play, 17.5 points, 11.5 rebounds, and 3 assists is what we would expect if he gets his typical 30 minutes. If he gets under that, say like 25, 26, we got to take all of these projections with a huge grain of salt, including this optimal lineup percentage. If I would actually rather see him sit entirely here, but if he plays, I do like him. Comes in at number 4 in the optimal lineup 41% of the time. At number 3, Golden State Warriors point guard Jordan Poole. Now, we know Steph Curry looks like he's going to be available for the playoffs, but this regular season iteration, this version of the Golden State Warriors featured Jordan Poole heavily. 35, 36 minutes, not an unreasonable expectation here. A median projection up near 42 points. And just looking at that AK salary, knowing the minutes, knowing the amount he's going to touch the ball, and looking at that median production projection all over the place for Jordan Poole, it looks like a very simple play. Now, Poole looks more appealing to me on FanDuel compared to salary-based expectations there, but he's still a top 3 play in terms of optimal lineup percentage. He's basically a coin flip chance of being in the optimal lineup on DraftKings, as you would expect. 26 points, 4 rebounds, and over 5 assists as a median projection. Jordan Poole comes in at number 3. At number 2, it's the Pelicans' Brandon Ingram, and Ingram really looks like a great play today. If you're looking at him compared to his teammate CJ McCollum, I think it's really no contest on both FanDuel and DraftKings when they have the same salary or a little bit less in Ingram's case, and the median median projection is a little bit higher. Obviously, that's going to make him pop in our optimal lineup percentage. You're looking at a 12% chance of scoring 55 to 56 points here, and that's because he's projected for nearly 34 minutes of playing time and contributing in more ways than just scoring. 23.5 points, that's a really solid projection there, but 6 rebounds, 6 assists, and a 60% chance of a block and a steal here. Now we're talking Brandon Ingram looks like one of the best plays on the slate, regardless of platform. He's in the optimal lineup 57% of the time. Now, before I dig into my final play, my number one play on DraftKings for this Saturday slate, just want to remind you guys, go ahead and like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so that you always know when we're going live. You guys know what to do. And if you want to give me, Matt Savoca, a follow on Twitter at Draftaholic, that's always much appreciated as well. And go ahead and give my buddy Josh Engleman a follow while you're at it, at Josh Engleman. He's got you covered most of these days with these contenders videos. It is a blast to fill in for him some of these Saturdays here as we round the corner to the end of the regular season. Just want to say thanks and shout out to him. We also want to say shout out to our presenting sponsor, No House Advantage, the best place to play player props contests. Use promo code Awesemo to get up to a first match deposit bonus, up to a $25 first match deposit bonus. They got mass entry capabilities, huge prizes just like you're used to, and you beat your friends, not the house. Easy as that, guys. Download the app today or play over on nohouseadvantage.com. Okay, let's get into my number one play on DraftKings for this Saturday. And my number one play on DraftKings, it's the Clippers' Paul George. And if you're looking at the optimal lineup percentages on the left side of the screen there, it looks like it's pretty close between him and Ingram. It's not that close for me. 9,300 is simply not too high of a salary. I'm chasing the ceiling here. He's got a 4 to 5% chance of scoring 60 plus fantasy points, and he's got a 46-point median projection. I think he's going to have plenty of playing time against a Sacramento team that is bottom 10 in defensive rating in the NBA over their last 10 games. They are not good defensively, and they're banged up, by the way. 25.5 points, that's a reasonable expectation for George. He could easily shoot back past that with a ceiling game, and 5.8 rebounds, 5.7 assists, 2.3 steals as well. He is going to contribute in plenty of ways here. Paul George is the number one player on the slate, really regardless of platform. The optimal lineup percentages may say something different on FanDuel. I'm glad they agree with me here on DraftKings. He's the top player on the slate. And that is going to do it for my top plays on DraftKings for the final Saturday, April 9th, 2022 here in the NBA. We will have you covered with all the coverage leading up to tip-off tonight and every night in the NBA. And if you're looking for the FanDuel version of this video, it's around here somewhere on the channel. Go ahead and look for it. We will be back, and Josh will be back with all the contenders coverage you need in the NBA. Until next time, I'm Matt Savoca. We'll see you guys later.